On each of the tables, if you see there's a manila envelope, inside is individual smaller envelopes. Feel free to support our community if you can. Thank you very much. And our raffle and silent auction will be completing shortly, right, Amy? Very, very soon. So please go up there and buy some tickets or bid for the silent auction. And again, everything is for supporting our community here. Thank you very much. Good evening. I could try to say it in many different languages, but everything has been said and more tonight. I mean, so one thing that struck me, nothing, as I was getting dressed, just in the bathroom after running around for 2 hours, I noticed that parts of my outfit didn't fit or match. For a moment I questioned whether it mattered at all. Then it struck me that beauty never came or meant to come from perfect uniformity. The world itself is woven from countless cultures, perspective, traditions, and lives, each distinct in its own way. Yet when these differences come together, they create something far better than the sameness we're looking for. It creates a rich and breathtaking tapestry of humanity. It is the contrast, the diversity, and the individuality that makes this picture beautiful. And today we heard so many beautiful stories, and they're joyous stories, cheerful stories, stories of people's journey. I didn't want to thank anybody individually, but everybody here, I thank you all for supporting us, supporting QCAIR on our journey, for supporting the whole community, this beautiful community that we live in. Thank you.
So we're now going to go ahead and give a token of appreciation. First to our award winner. Would the rest of our speakers please come forward? States at the age of 9 with her parents. Growing up with, I'm reading this without glasses. No, I'm fine. I got bigger print here. She began the involvement in community organizing at the age of 18 during an early fight for DACA, which sparked her dedication to advocacy, education, and community support. Since then, she has worked alongside immigrant families to share resources, promote preparedness and health.
Thank you. Wow. You guys set the bar too high for me. I am very, very honored to be here, and two wonderful women and this wonderful gentleman here. I feel like I should not be getting this reward. I am very thankful and honored. This is my second time here in this wonderful event. 3 years ago, I became a USA citizen. And I was here sharing my story, my journey crossing the border here. And today I am receiving this award. So thank you very much, QCAIR, for that honor. There is a quote someone told me that has stayed with me through my journey. It takes a village. And I truly believe that. I am who I am today because of the village that helped me and shaped me. My parents taught me the importance of helping others by always being involved and participating in their community. My teachers encouraged me, believed in me, and gave me the tools to succeed. My community stood up for me and for so many dreamers during the fight for DACA, helping our dreams possible. As many of you know, I was born in Guerrero, Mexico, and came to the United States at the age of 9 with my family. Like many immigrant families, we came searching for a safety, opportunity, and a better future. Growing up, I witnessed sacrifice, resilience, and the strength that comes from people supporting one another. At the age of 18, I became involved in community organizing and advocating during DACA movement. That experience taught me that when people come together with compassion and purpose, real change is possible. I have also learned that when we give, we received. Through serving others, I have received so many blessings, support, love, and encouragement that I cannot take full credit for this recognition because it belongs to many people. This award represents every volunteer, every organizer, every mentor, every friend, every neighbor, and every family that continues showing up for our community. Through our work, whether it is in our community engagement, know your rights training, rapid response efforts, our supported families during difficult times, I have learned that community is built by people who choose to care for one another, especially during hard moments. I also want to thank all the organizers, the leaders, and community members who have trusted me and worked along me through the years. Your support has been everything, and that's QCAIR and Daniela here. To my family and loved ones, I also work as a cardiac sonographer in cardiovascular medicine, CVM, and healthcare reminds me that every day, that every person deserves dignity, compassion, and care, no matter where they come from. I hope all of us continue finding ways to inspire, support, and uplift others, especially our children and the younger generation. Be the example, be the encouragement, and be the change. Be the village that helps others believe that their dreams are possible too. I received this award with grateful heart, knowing that it represents the work, sacrifices, and love of many people who have walked beside me through this journey. I hope we continue building stronger communities by choosing compassion, unity, and support for one another, because together we truly can make a difference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gloria. Why don't you stand there? Thank you. Years helping Quad City families and businesses pursue their financial goals and integrity, education, dedication, and care. His leadership has earned national recognition, including being named a 2026 Barron's Top 1500 Financial Advisor and a Forbes Best in State Wealth Advisor for 9 consecutive years. Originally from Lahore, Pakistan, Malik immigrated to the United States at age 18 and considered his education at Scott Community College before entering his degree and getting his degree from Augustana College. Beyond his professional work, he and his family actively support organizations throughout the Quad Cities, reflecting a deep commitment to service, culture, and community commitment. Malik is a story in one of the perseverance, leadership, and giving back to our communities. It's my pleasure to welcome Malik.
Good evening, everybody. I came to this country with almost no English and very little money. After paying for my first semester of college at Scott and my first month's rent, I had $125 left. My next month's rent was $150. This was in 1992. The math didn't work then, and it still doesn't work now. I got a job working at Eagles. If people who have been around in this town for a long time, they probably remember the grocery store chain. I would get off the bus, walk up to Tom, who was the manager, ask him if he needed somebody to work that night. I was a bagger. I was making $4 an hour approximately. My weekly goal was very simple. Make $100 a week after tax so I could afford living and pay for my school. If I made it that week, I was winning. My apartment story is different. First week, I was renting a room at 1327 Perry Street. It's a corner house. First week while I was there, in the middle of the night, ceiling started to leak. You get up in the middle of the night, you put bowls around where the water is leaking. I asked the landlord upstairs, what's going on? She said, roof is leaking, we don't have money to fix it. Life is where it is. Welcome to America. Someone later told me that pizza delivery drivers made $8 an hour. That doubled my income. But guess what? I didn't have a car. A friend agreed to co-sign a vehicle with me if I gave them $2,000. If I was not able to make the car payment, our deal was they will keep the money and I will leave the vehicle in their front yard. I put 45,000 miles first year delivering pizzas in that 3-door hatchback. Typically I work 4 jobs. From that job, I noticed next door was a really large sign of Red Lobster. That looked really inexpensive restaurant. It probably was at that time. So I went and got a job there as a waiter. And typically, while I was going to school, I worked 4 jobs on top of doing an internship. From Augie, I ended up at Augustana. I went to Augustana because it was a motivation I needed, as somebody told me that Augustana did not take students like me. I was poor, I was broke, didn't know any better. So everyone I knew in town wrote letters for me. I met every member of the scholarship committee personally. I didn't have connections, but persistence. Augie was $17,000 at that time. They gave me a $10,000 scholarship. That was the highest they gave to any international student. I wrote checks for the rest. While I was in school, a friend bought a house. He introduced me to his realtor and said, you should buy a house too. All right. So I bought a house, 632 square foot. David, you've been in real estate. That's smaller than many people's garages. This is the only career I've ever had. I have never done anything different. I had internships at 4 different financial institutions. I thought I made it. I kept a list of everything I wanted to do or develop a business or the names of people I met at restaurants and different places in a grocery store bag, in an Eagles bag. At my first job, the cleaning crew threw that bag out. Shortly after that, I was let go because I could not bring in new business. Someone later told me I was not the right person for the industry, and he was rightfully so. The role I was going after required rich people. It required rich friends. It required no accent and fair skin. Those are people who had money. Guess what? I didn't check any of those boxes. Luckily, I didn't know any better. Today in Davenport, Iowa, we are recognized as one of the top 1,500 advisors nationwide. Out of work, I have camped at 19,000 feet, where, while in the tent, my water bottle froze, was still in my sleeping bag. I recently was hiking in Uganda to see mountain gorillas. I'm the only advisor I know of who actually went to clown school, just so I can learn how to make balloon animals for my kids. In my free time, I graft fruit trees. I have 200 plus varieties of apples grown on 4 trees. I raise honeybees, make apple butters, grow vegetables, and own a greenhouse full of tropical fruit. But honestly, none of that matters more than what matters most. Our son is taking a trip right now. Beside him, my whole world is right here. The people, my family. The reason why I get up and become and be who I am. My work does not define me. The community and my family does. And for that, I'm grateful every day. Thank you.
Consolidated Foods, and then the rest of is history.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure.
Let's get up a band as well. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Isaac. Thank you once again to everybody, and we look forward to seeing you again next year about this time, and hopefully it will be more than this. Just one last little announcement, and that is we have with us one of our founding members of QCAIR, Vince Thomas, who has been, I think, a member of QCAIR since 2012, somewhere in that area. And it's because of him and several others that couldn't be here tonight. We really want to thank them for all their efforts and hard work to get us to this point.